One of the things I love about St. Thomas, my friends, is how welcoming we are and our big open hearts. I can remember countless times walking into churches and walking through the door, and someone didn't notice me, and I found a bulletin, and then I would try to go find a seat to sit in, and of course, when I finally got to where I was going to go sit, there would be people there, and no one would move, and so I'd move along to what I looked like an empty place to sit, and one time I actually sat down in an empty part of a pew, and a few minutes later, someone came up on the side aisle and said, "You're sitting in my seat." Oh, here at St. Thomas, we want to make sure that doesn't happen to anybody. And so I want to invite you. I want to invite you on Sunday mornings, especially when there seem to be a few more people than usual. I invite you to be aware of who's around you, even when you're singing a hymn, or even after about 10 minutes in the service. When someone comes in, we want them to feel like we've been waiting for them. We're so excited for their arrival. The metaphor that so many people have, at least when I was growing up, was when you cook dinner, especially a formal dinner, you always leave one extra seat, one extra table setting, and enough food to serve one extra plate for that person who just walks through the door. Always welcoming, always grateful for their arrival. We are who we are today at St. Thomas, partly because of our welcoming and that our engagement of that seeing Christ in all people, and that you and your presence is transformative, not just in your own life, but in our life, in my life. Thank you. Here in my office, as you've noticed, it's a mess right now. I decided to rip up the rug and put in the wood flooring, as we did in Anna's office. And Richard Green's been great helping me out with this. And it's just a little solo project on my own. Kate and I hope that this investment of the floor is a good investment for the church, because we're making that investment. Because St. Thomas has been so good to us, we want to give back to the church. But I also want my office to be a place that's welcoming to all, no matter who you are. So in the week ahead here at St. Thomas, I invite you to seek out opportunities to welcome. And as we prepare for September, I invite you to seek out opportunities to participate and get engaged and get to know people. As we mentioned on Sunday, there's a survey that we need you to fill out right now, which looks at your calendar at the end of September. I know it's a ways out, of your availability for our house gatherings. We're going to gather all the parish into these house gatherings because so many of us don't know each other. And it's time we got to know each other's names and each other's stories. God has brought us all together for a reason. And the real question is, what does God have in mind? Aren't you curious? I'm curious. I hope you have a great week. And I hope that God blesses you and your family tenfold. And I look forward to seeing you on Sunday.